Good afternoon, everybody. Today I'm going to be talking to you about coding in the school library. I think coding will provide our students with really wonderful learning opportunities, and I'm going to take a few minutes to share some of those benefits with you. First, I wanted to share some of the program objectives. Students will code in various languages. We want them to really gain experience with different languages. We want students to develop digital literacy and computational thinking, and then students will create, collaborate, and share. So our coding program will be developed by the school library committee. We will plan a curriculum and a schedule for each grade level, and then age-appropriate activities. And I'll share some of those examples in a few minutes. But basically, the program will teach K through 5 students how to code through a variety of ways. We'll give them opportunities to work with different apps, different robots, and board games whenever they visit the library. And some of these learning experiences will be hands-on and screen-free, and some of them will be using tablets and things like that. The program, we hope to also provide additional activities so that students can participate after school or in clubs. We want to involve families in all of this, and then also staff. So it's a school-wide program that really engages everybody. Our target audience is all students K through 5 at Contreras. All students deserve an opportunity to create, design, learn new 21st century skills. It can support them in math and literacy. They're learning a new language. So we really do want to have all students have that opportunity to practice coding when they visit the library. These were some of the examples that I had mentioned earlier. We do want it to be age appropriate. So students in K through 2, we really want to give them some hands-on opportunities. If we're to get them on the computers or tablets, then they could use Scratch Junior. And then grades 3 through 5, they have a lot more opportunities with apps. There's some board games that they could play. And then also giving them some hands-on tools to work with. And of course, like grades 3 through 5 can share, of course, like some of the resources that we have, but this is just sort of an idea so you know that we will develop our plan so that it's age appropriate. So we really want to develop digitally literate citizens. That is our biggest goal. And I want to talk to you a little bit about some of the benefits of coding. We really want to support digital literacy and improve computational thinking, and then also be able to integrate with and support other content areas. So I have some research to support our goals. This research article mentions that in digital literacy, students are playing, learning, they're communicating, and they're creating. They're creating digital media, and that is a really important 21st century skill. Students will have to be involved in problem solving and designing. They have to think about, they have to make decisions about design, function, and it has to be meaning. It has to like produce some sort of meaning. So these students are working through it with their partners and groups, and developing these skills that are essential for today. This article also described the benefits of computational thinking. Along the same lines, there's problem solving and designing, and they're drawing on computer science concepts. And when they have opportunities to engage in these activities, then it becomes enjoyable and motivating. And we can also, according to this article, integrate it with content areas. So this article focused specifically on supporting literacy, and students can, for example, compose stories through code, and that really brings out creativity in our students. It could support students with special needs. It continues to build that digital literacy. And then students can also gain an understanding of the writing process. So what they learn in writing could come into coding, and what they learn in coding could go into writing. And with all of this, they're creating something. So we hope that they'll remember these skills, gain a better understanding of these skills a little bit more deeper. And then, of course, we want this program to be school-wide, and so we want to really get them excited and engaged, and have them understand the value of it, but have a great time doing it. So we also want to add some other activities that will bring the school and community in. So we'll plan for Hour of Code, a week-long event of coding activities. We could plan a family code night so families can come in and watch what their kids are coding or code with them. We could also plan for coding competitions for our upper grades, especially, and then of course, it doesn't have to end at the school year. We can also plan for a summer coding camp. So their skills are ongoing and they're practicing and enjoying it. We can measure the impact of the project in several ways, especially because this will be our first year. We can start off with a pre and post assessment. We could measure the impact by having an end of year project. I think some powerful measures would be a self-assessment. Students can self-assess their learning. And then I think having structured interviews with teachers to see, to kind of reflect and discuss how they've seen their students grow over the year with this program. I did want to talk a little bit about budget. So I organized it just so you could get an idea of some of the things that we could purchase. We could purchase some coding robots, some coding board games, and some coding apps, just so that students have a variety of learning tools, and the total comes out to 1,220. These are a few action steps that we can take. First, purchase resources. We can go through the list and decide on what will be most cost effective, and then start planning a curriculum using those tools. So we're not just throwing out random tools for them to work with whenever they visit the library, but there's a plan that we follow through so we build their skills. We also just want to remember that we don't want our students just to be consumers of technology. We really want to teach them how to use it so that they can become digitally literate. So the curriculum component is key. Um, we also really want to collaborate with teachers. As I mentioned, we don't want it to be only a library activity. We want it to be school-wide. And collaborating with teachers, of course, can also make that connection between coding and the content area. We want to involve family and community members, so reaching out, keeping family members informed of what's going on through social media, conversations with them. And then finally, monitor and adjust. This will be our first year incorporating this program in our schools, so there will be glitches. So just taking notes on, like what's going really well and what we need to work on so that we can continue improving. And then also always remembering that this is for our students and building their skills. So I do have a couple of references that I've listed that I refer to throughout the program, and throughout the presentation, but I hope you have a better idea of what this program is and how it can benefit our students. Thank you.